You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we got some stuff to actually talk about in our coming attractions episode. We're going to let you know what we're doing next week. And then we're going to get the fuck out of here so we can record another episode.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you got something to talk about because I haven't seen the news. I don't know what the fuck's going on out there.
We are live on Twitch if you are down with that sort of thing. Now, that's a little too late. If you're listening to this in our podcast form, it's too late. We're currently not live on Twitch. But if you're on Twitch, you heard me say that we're live on Twitch, and now you're like, oh, wow, I'm not dreaming this.
I gotta get there.
Yeah. So...
Twitch.
Yeah. First thing I want to talk about, Jeff Bridges announced he has lymphoma.
Yes. What exactly is lymphoma?
It's a form of cancer.
Is it your lymph nodes or something?
I think so. And sounds good. But he's got apparently he's got a pretty good prognosis, and he's the most chill motherfucker in the world. So even if it was terminal, which by the way, Rush Limbaugh does have terminal cancer. He announced that it's lung cancer, and I'm not allowed to share my feelings on that. I just can't. I won't share my feelings.
It's not nice to wish bad upon other people.
Well, but I didn't wish it, and it's already happened.
Say yoo-hoo, wee-hee, waha.
I said none of those things.
Like when everybody was like, best wishes, Trump.
Yeah.
I hope you get better.
Yeah.
You can actually see them breaking somehow. They typed it in like in brackets, like, you know?
Yeah.
All the best.
Look, I definitely don't, like, for real, don't wish death on anybody, but they were showing...
He a smoker?
Probably, who knows? I know he does more fucking OxyContin than like half. Like the opioid crisis would like go down to one.
Ends with Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, pretty much. And which
it was funny because he's one of these people that's always like on top of his soapbox. You know, you did that.
Yeah. Well, and I saw a video. Somebody released video was him making fun of Michael J. Fox. And he's like, oh, he's just exaggerating, and he starts like shaking around. I'm like, oh, so karma's real then, eh?
Well, yeah, because he doesn't even have a disease. He's just like making it up.
He's faking it.
He didn't want to be in movies anymore, so.
I know, but anyways, he's a dickhead, and he's probably, even more than Fox News or anywhere else, he's probably like the number one place the Trumpers get there.
Yeah, now that Alex Jones has been like booted off.
Well, Alex Jones,
for no reason at all. He's the only truth teller in the whole nation.
It's his superpowers, telling the truth and selling you vitamins that don't work.
Yeah.
But anyways, all that aside, I didn't want to. We don't need to get into that.
Yeah, what the hell?
Little bit of Marvel stuff to talk about. A lot of this is still in rumor mode, not confirmed, whatever. But the first thing was that Spider-Man. Confirmed, or they said that they've cast their Miles Morales, like live action Miles Morales.
Okay, cool.
So the rumor is that that's going to be a part of Spider-Man 3 as part of, because now we're getting into Secret Wars and we're getting into multiverse land.
Yeah.
Because that's what all of this is going. So they're saying
Spider-Man hasn't had enough adventures to then bring in Miles Morales yet.
Well, I think they're looking in.
You know?
Well, I think what's happening is that I think they can do Miles Morales without all the Sony craziness.
Right.
I think.
Like Miles Morales. He's coming out with a game too.
Yep.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
It's just Miles. It's not, he's not Spider-Man yet. It's very boring.
Yeah.
You just walk around. You do your regular everyday shit.
It's when he's 9.
Yeah.
So it's like, Mom, I want to go play. And then it's like, you have to like have the right smile. You like have to like put the sticks right. So you're like, smiling right. And, okay, you can go play. Cause yeah.
How can I turn down a smile like that?
So yeah, so that was rumor number 1 for Spider-Man 3. Rumor number 2 is that both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will both be appearing.
So it's going to be like a multiverse thing.
That's what, yeah.
It's going to be, when you said it, when I heard this, I thought it was going to be the sequel to Into the...
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse is happening.
Yeah.
As well. But this is for specifically Tom Holland Spider-Man 3. And that all of these guys are, again, rumored, like none of it's been confirmed.
Maybe a big spider rumble. Who could be the real Spider-Man?
But I think that these are going to be things, although this is, I don't know when this is going to come out in the timeline of everything, but I think that what's happening right now is with the stage is being set for all of these different universes and stuff to combine, which actually leads to another rumor is that...
Ooh, I like this one. I think I know. I think that... Okay, go.
Okay, well, no, what one do you think? Just say
I
the one
heard
word.
that, like, iron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, holy shit, you read my brain, man. Because, like, there's no reason on earth for you to have known that that's where I was going.
I was like, this is the one.
Holy shit. But the rumor is that...
This is actually not plugged in here. It's plugged into his ass. I get direct feeds here.
There's multiple cables, so you can plug in...
Bum hole, one's his pee hole.
Yeah.
Got covered all the bases.
Well, basically, Jim Cameron set this up for us because we wanted something that was just like Avatar, where you can make the connection and stuff. Right? So now we could do it via the USB.
I thought maybe like you can use it underwater or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, who knows? We're high up, but the floods are coming. And but yeah, the rumor is that Robert Downey Jr. has been recast into the MCU, potentially as a bad guy but still Iron Man, but like a different universe as Iron Man.
Dark Iron Man.
And
Iron Man Dark.
Yeah. Who knows?
Iron Man After Dark.
So that could be really interesting. And this is where everything opens up, because then they were also talking about potentially using Chris.
And then Spider-Man has
Evans
to
again.
fight Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
The bad one.
Well, and
any reason to just bring Robert Downey Jr. back. Oh my God, he's dead.
Well,
he's dead. Get over it.
But I like the idea, if you're gonna bring him back, you got to do something really different.
And then he'll fight him, and then he'll do the Darth Vader, and he'll turn, and then Tony Stark will save the day again.
No, well, here's what's going on though: is they've basically said, again, kind of like semi off the record, whatever, is what Robert Downey Jr. was to the Infinity Saga, how kind of everything was like revolving around him. That's Doctor Strange for Secret Wars.
Doctor Strange now is...
So he's the dude now. So because everything... this is his wheelhouse. This whole multiverse.
Hulk to come back. Fuck this Professor Hulk nonsense.
Well, they don't even know what's going to happen They don't know what's going to happen with him at all right now. There's rumors that he is going to be a part of Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk on Disney Plus.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That was a cartoon.
No.
Oh, it's live action.
That's live action. And let's give it up to, they cast Ms. Marvel, who's actually a young brown girl, a Muslim girl. No, I didn't know if Ms. Marvel was Muslim. I know that I didn't know if the actress was. I knew the actress was Muslim, but I didn't.
Apparently, in the new Avengers video game, she's like the star of it.
Yeah. And anyways, though, they cast a young woman whose name is escaping me right now, but she is from Markham, Ontario.
No way.
Yeah, she's a teenage girl from Markham, Ontario.
Now we're talking about the Marvels.
Yeah.
I am already tired of this. Like, I can't go to the movies and watch a movie now, so I have to purchase an entire channel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just saw a preview for some Wicked movie. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but it was like only on Amazon Prime, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, like... You know what I mean? So I gotta buy all these goddamn channels.
Well, it's the only place right now that you can do that, because they're the only people with the money to be able to purchase something like that for distribution.
But it was still like, I would have my choice and be like, okay, I want to see this, I want to see that, and at least it would go to the theater so I could go see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's gonna...
What the fuck was that movie that I just saw on Amazon Prime? That's all I remember.
Yeah, we're gonna get there again. Was it Borat? Because that's coming out.
Borat 2, yes.
That's coming out. I was like, fuck. Yeah, that's coming out. Well, as this episode comes out, if you're listening today, if you're watching tomorrow, it comes out.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I do.
Oh my god.
And
that movie looks so... I love Borat. Do you like the first Borat?
I loved Borat.
Killer.
A bunch of celebs have seen it, and like it was like Seth Rogen, a few other people. Seth Rogen said that this movie has
seen it like 9 times or something.
And he said that this movie has some of the funniest like scenes in movie history. They're like, and then because what came out was the one image, which is Rudy Giuliani on his back on a hotel room bed with his hand down his pants. And that became amazing. And that became a whole thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, Rudy, you're done now." Like Borat got you. He's Rudy, like, "No,
call Rudy he's like, for nothing."
He's like, "This is a complete fabrication. That was me tucking in my shirt after like taking off my microphone for the interview. I realized after the fact that this was a trick, and I called the police on them." And like it was like all this kind of stuff.
Why was he in the room with him while he's like jerking off?
Well, but this was the thing is he's saying, "No, I was never jerking off." Blah blah blah. He's like, "I was just tucking." You know how you lay down on a bed and you tuck your shirt back into your pants?
Yeah,
so you know
over and over.
And also how his shirt was untucked while he was doing that. So anyways, and the best thing, the Lincoln Project This is the thing. I'm going to give a lot of credit to the Lincoln Project because they are a Republican group, like a Republican PAC.
Yeah.
And they have been the most anti-Trump of anybody. And they were talking, and like basically the idea is, he's like, yeah, we've been basically for Biden, get Biden, get Biden. And it's like by November 4th, if they win, it's going to be, we got to get rid of Biden. But
well, at least they know.
But they're honest about it.
Evil first.
Yeah, they're honest about it though. And they were sitting there, so they responded to Rudy's huge tirade. Rudy! And he's like, this is just a way to distract against all the things that we've exposed against Hunter Biden and blah, blah, blah. And then Lincoln Project just responded, and they're like, we're going to see the video, sweetie. Yeah. He's like, tomorrow, the whole thing's coming out.
He said he was worried, too. I don't know where he is. But he said he was worried filming one thing because he was like undercover for like a couple weeks or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a far right group or something.
Well, the whole
he said he was worried that they were going to fucking kill him.
Yeah. And he's a brave dude.
Oh my God, yes.
If you haven't seen, go look up his thing about Facebook. He does a speech. It's not at all funny. It's 100% serious, but he's just talking about social media and like, just the shit that they're allowed, like, because it's a weird thing because, you know, free speech, blah blah blah, but then it's also like people are using these platforms to just spout off the hate speech
like all
and
this shit.
And I was like, there's
no accountability. So everybody can just say the most awful.
So, and that's it. And so this is what he was kind of railing against, and it was beautiful. It was such a good speech, and it was just so well done. It was like, it's funny, the people who you need to look to for sanity right now, right? The guy who wore like a J-Lo style, like cover up my ball sack bathing suit.
I got to. This is the only thing that I paid attention to all week.
Yeah.
Okay, so a picture of Billie Eilish came out.
Oh, fuck.
Of her just in her regular clothes. Yeah. And then obviously, right, because the internet is such a wonderful place, everybody's like, she looks like she's got a 30-year-old, like, you know, she had a couple kids' body, and then it reverses, and people are like, no, because she's not a size 0, she's a hero, like she's a warrior, and I'm like, what? Like,
she's just a fucking person.
Like, so to not be a size 0 is a choice that she made, which was very brave. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck is going on out here?
I know. It's just, and
who gives a fuck?
Well,
like,
and what was hilarious was I saw a tweet which was about somebody tweeted an article which was basically Billie Eilish just putting down the body shamers, right?
Yeah,
just be
like, what the fuck? Like, but she's definitely not a hero for not being a size 0.
Yeah, she's not a hero either way.
This world is just
like
it's filled with snowflakes.
We're
never gonna make it.
You're just a person.
When the Civil War starts and they're like, Trump, you're out of office, and he looks right into the camera and goes, "Proud Boys now."
Yeah, which is
all the snowflakes are gonna get stomped.
No, the Proud Boys are the gayest group of people.
Probably, right?
Well, did you see that thing where Twitter took
Trump doesn't even know. Yeah. He's gonna make Proud Boys go for it. And they're gonna like,
and they just start right in front of them. They're all just Frenching, and they're like,
Trump's gonna be like, oh fuck.
They start like reaching across and tugging at each other. No, but did you see what Twitter did with Proud Boys? Because when all that was going on, like at its heaviest, hashtag Proud Boys was trending and stuff. So the gay community took it over, and
that's so killer.
It's literally just pictures of like really, really flamboyant like queens dancing around and dudes kissing, rainbow gifts and all sorts of stuff like that.
Was there some bears in there?
I'm sure there were some
hairy dudes with like leather straps and big old beard.
I only stayed on the hashtags until I climaxed, so I didn't see everything.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I only got six tweets deep, if you know what I mean. No, but it was just so good, and they've done that a few times now.
That's hilarious.
Not the gay community specifically, but just people in general, where something really hateful came on. Somebody came on and you're like, "We're just taking this shit over. You don't get to have this anymore."
I love it.
So God bless them.
I love it.
We were talking about Secret Wars rumors and all that stuff. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. I think that
Secret Wars with the Beyonder.
I don't know.
Is that?
I don't know.
The Beyonder takes them all.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because they got to get the Fantastic Four in there, because in the original story, Doom takes the Beyonder's powers because Doom's a fucking man.
Well, they're coming. Actually, speaking of Doom, Dr. Doom, somebody did a... I don't know if this was a wishful thinking or if it came from a rumor or something, but somebody did Bryan Cranston as Dr. Doom.
Boo.
Why boo Bryan Cranston?
Oh, Bryan Cranston. Sorry, I thought for some reason you said I thought John Krasinski. I was like, he's Mr. Fantastic. He can't be fucking.
Oh, no, he's gonna play. He's playing both parts. He's also playing the Human Torch.
I think that Bryan Cranston is a great actor.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I think he could pull Doom off, but I don't know if he could pull off him without.
I don't know.
Because Doom is supposed to be very, very good looking and younger.
Yeah.
And then when he gets his face fucked up, then he's like pissed.
Well, that was my only thing was, aren't Dr. Doom, I guess, you can do kind of whatever, but I was like, aren't Dr. Doom and Mr. Fantastic like the same age? Like, weren't they? Because they're colleagues, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I think that's a small thing to get around. Yeah. It's not like he's like a different color. And everybody can freak out about that.
Or a woman.
Jesus Christ.
Or a woman of color.
Forget about it. It's Tiffany Haddish. Could you imagine Tiffany Haddish as Dr. Doom? I'm gonna get y'all.
That would be terrifying.
Nobody saw my hand. That was the only part of the dance I was doing correctly.
Don't kids just say the darndest?
Oh God. You know what though? I actually find her very likable. So
I do too, actually.
Like I think she's
no Janelle Monáe, but I wouldn't kick her out of bed for farting.
Nobody's no Janelle Monáe. I kick everybody out of bed for farting.
What about for queefing?
Especially. Oh my God.
Fart out, queef in.
People fear what they don't understand. So yeah, I get out of bed when that happens. I'm like, okay, I'm going to a hotel.
It's a Dutch oven when you fart. What is it when you queef?
Sauna.
Russian sauna. That's what that's called.
All right. Well,
Russians.
Well,
we just made up a new one.
We nailed that down. So anyways, though, I read an article from Screen Rant, and I'm going to go ahead and just say, fuck you, Screen Rant, right now. Because
Screen Rant, what are we talking about?
Because none of this makes any sense to me. The article was Sonic the Hedgehog ends Marvel's 10-year streak of being the highest grossing superhero movie.
Sonic's not a superhero.
That's part one.
Well, I guess kind of superhero-ish.
No, he's a video game character.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a...
kind of superpowers.
Yeah, but he's...
Well, no, not really, because those are just what he has.
Yeah, like, it's just... But it's... Well, I mean, people could be born with superpowers in the world of superheroes, whatever. But he's a video game... Like, I would equate a superhero movie to either being an adaptation of a current comic or something like that, or... like an original story of like somebody like following kind of that thing. To adapt a video game isn't a superhero. He's not a superhero in the video game, so he's not a superhero in the movie in my eyes.
He's just a hedgehog who can run fast.
That's thing one. Thing two, no Marvel movies came out this year.
That's why, because they were scared of Sonic.
Yeah, but like...
Did you see Sonic?
Yeah. Not yet.
It's good. I really liked it, actually.
I want to see it because I really like Ben Schwartz. And
who the fuck is Ben Schwartz?
He plays Sonic, but he was John Ralphio in
Ralphio?
No, in
Rufio?
No, stop, because you're gonna make me forget. In Parks and Rec.
Right.
And he's in a lot of stuff, but he's great in all of it. He's also anyways.
You couldn't even tell with the makeup that was him.
I know.
Wow. He did a great job.
I know, he's really good. But no, I find him hilarious, and so I would support that. But I also want to see Jim Carrey as Robotnik, and
he's great,
and all that kind of stuff. But I was just like, so you're saying that this movie that's not a superhero movie beat a studio that didn't release any movies?
When does WandaVision come out?
Okay. WandaVision, I don't know, because
it looks so interesting.
I know. I think it's been pushed back to like early next year.
Fucking everything's been pushed back, man. This fucking sucks.
Well, the problem was,
just put James Bond on CTV for fuck's sakes.
But the problem was that these things weren't finished, and then the studios all got shut down.
I'm so glad that Tenet bombed. So glad. Stop giving this guy $300 million to make this crap.
I know. Bleh. Bleh. You've been on that soapbox for like 9 of these episodes.
I know.
I know, and I'm still fucking right. I support it. What else do we got? In the Snyder Cut news.
Oh my God,
Well, it's now Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's not going to be called the Snyder Cut. It's just, that's its new official title. But in more of news of, I'm not making the movie that, like, it's not I'm recutting the movie that existed, I'm just making shit up so I can like please the fanboys and make it seem
$30 million they gave him.
Jared Leto's back as the Joker now.
In
the Snyder Cut, in which he is not a part of the story in any way, shape, or form, but now he's going to be in this.
Oh my God. I don't know if I should watch it or not.
I have to watch it.
I know, like I think we've talked so much shit about it that like we have to see it.
Well, I can't. Yeah, it's So, but it's gonna be a slog. It's gonna be like if you were sick and depressed and trying to watch The Irishman. It's gonna just be like that the whole time.
That movie was way overrated.
But well, that's why I mentioned it. But it's nuts to me because like. Again, if you want to like reform the movie, and even if it's like, oh, I didn't get to shoot these things because, you know, I ended up having to leave the project, even though they were fucking editing at the time.
Why do they feel like they have to give Jared Leto some kind of Joker justice? Like, just leave it. Nobody liked it. Just leave it.
It's because DC right now is literally pandering to the fans and only pandering to the fans. They're like, we want this. We want this. Okay, we're going to give you that. Well, we want Batfleck back. Well, he quit, but we want him. Okay, he's going to be in fucking Flashpoint. But Michael Keaton's already Batman. He's more Batman. It's fine. And then even Michael Keaton joked, he's like, all 127 Batman will be in Flashpoint. And then
that's
like
a good storyline, no Flashpoint.
Yeah. And then they're like, we want Jared Leto as Joker back. Well, that ship has already sailed. We want him. Yeah, okay, like, fuck. And Suicide Squad's not even part of that like thing. And he's like, no, we want it.
How many people do you think are going to come out after the Snyder Cut and be like, see, this is the one he always envisioned. This is a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
And it'll be just as shitty as it ever was.
And 2 of their producers are now off the project too. So that's a curious little thing. Although I have a feeling, because they were involved with the original thing, so I have a feeling they're removing people.
If
I like to see, like, look, we're getting all remnants of this.
This better not be like Zack Snyder coming back into the fold. Like, do your movie and fuck off.
Yeah.
Because like those are terrible, all of them.
Yeah.
Like, don't now, because the fans are like, we like Snyder all of a sudden. It's like, okay, we'll bring him back to continue ruining all these amazing characters.
But you can't convince them of that, because they were like, every one of them was great. Man of Steel was like the best Superman movie there was. No, it wasn't.
Terrible.
Henry Cavill, a good Superman.
I agree. He got the shaft.
Well, he's back too. But like he was a good Superman. He had the look. He had the body. He had like, well, I guess the body would be part of the look. And he's not a bad actor. So
I like him.
So that all worked. What didn't work was they didn't write they wrote like, he's like, Superman has to be darker. Superman's not dark.
I know. I hate that.
Like, if you did the death of Superman, that's a dark story in the Superman.
They did it all in like one movie too.
Yeah.
They had like everything. He dies, he comes back, there's Doomsday. I was like, holy fuck, man, there's way too much happening in this thing.
And that was the thing. And then you've got, and then Batman. Anyways, we've gone down this road too many times for me.
Are they, when I look up the Marvel release dates, Black Panther 2 is still there. Have they already filmed Black Panther 2?
No,
it's still on the release date.
It's still there. I think it'll probably end up getting pushed a little bit, because everything did. I think everything's going to get shifted down, but
I hope that they don't get rid of Black Panther because Buddy died.
No, well,
the character is still there.
We talked about this. It's like they're going. It's Shuri, the sister, is going to be the new Black Panther.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, but then there's also rumors that she's also now
too many chicks on the team.
Yeah. What?
I didn't say that.
But they were also talking about how she might be like trying to, like, in the new thing, she might be trying to develop a new version of Super Soldier, and that might be where the new bad guy comes from or something like that. Because she's like, we need to protect Wakanda, like, and not cost all of Wakanda's lives. Like, so she's like, there's nobody more qualified than me to do this kind of thing. So I don't know how that balance is gonna fall.
What about if somehow Killinger comes back and becomes the new Black Panther?
Killmonger?
Good.
Yeah. Well, as they've already said that Shuri's going to be the Black Panther. You said Killinger.
Oh. That's a swerve, bro. They're swerving you.
That's like Schillinger from Oz becomes Black Panther. That's a twist because he's a Nazi.
Exactly.
But
it'd be like American History X where he turns it all around.
He's like, Adebisi changed my mind. I'm Black Panther now. Wakanda forever.
Fucking right, Wakanda forever.
But let me just cover up these tattoos so we're all cool.
What if, like, in the middle of the swastika is like the Black Panther fist? Boom.
Maybe.
Crossover appeal, baby.
Crossover appeal. If you're a Nazi, you're gonna love this all black cast.
Exactly.
Jesus. What else do we got? Disney Plus announced a sequel series to the movie Willow. So Willow, the series, is coming out. John Chu, who did was it Crazy Rich Asians and stuff, is going to be directing.
No way.
This, and
Warwick Davis is back.
He's gotten the seal of approval from Ron Howard and all them.
What about, did he get the seal of approval from the Little People Guild?
Well, if Warwick Davis is there, he's like their leader. So.
He is absolutely their leader.
Well, he actually legitimately he started like an agency for LPs in the UK, and that was
he's a Brit.
He is a Brit, and so that's literally what he does when he's not in a movie. He's helping other ones get in movies.
Should, if he was at a fucking Comic-Con, I would spend the money to have his autograph.
Of course I would.
That man has been in so many killer movies.
He's been a part of everything. We have talked, not at length, but just on and off about doing a potential 24-hour stream. Oh, Lord. And so we have, this isn't a surprise to you. We've had this discussion.
God, this is the first time you brought it up to me.
And we've talked about maybe doing a series of movies and stuff like that. And we were talking about maybe doing canon movies. We were talking about maybe doing the Leprechaun series or something like that.
The Hood come to do no good.
So there's it's all up in the air. If you have there's a little Ice-T
in it too with this big afro.
Oh God. It's Ice-T, who's the only acceptable ice-based rapper now because he's the only one who's not voting for Trump.
He's the only one who hasn't melted under the
Although
heat.
Ice Cube totally caved on all that. He came out and he's like, I'm gonna support Trump because he has something he's been working on. And Biden, he went to Biden's party and he's like, look, we'll talk to you and we'll take this super seriously after the election. He's like, right now our focus is on beating Trump.
Right.
And then they went to Trump and they're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll do anything you want. And then he's like, oh, these guys are going to get it done for me. So he's like, I'm voting for Trump.
What done?
I can't remember what the thing is. It's this
Why
thing.
Would you ever believe Donald Trump?
And that's what I'm saying.
Of
course he said if somebody went and it's like, I'll vote for you, but I really need the cure for AIDS. He's like, day one we'll have the cure for AIDS.
Exactly.
They've already said re-elect me and we'll get a plan in place for COVID. Well, that fucking ship has sailed. And why no? Because I got a sailor right next to me.
Re-elect me.
Yeah. Re-elect me and then I'll do the job I didn't do the first time. So Again, so that's why Ice-T is the only acceptable ice-based rapper now.
Deal.
And what else?
Ice melts when the tea gets hot.
Yes. What's it called? Fear of a Black Hat. I've reached out. I've reached out more than once to Rusty Cundiff on Twitter.
Movie.
I'm trying to get him so we can interview him to do that movie. I want to do that movie, but I want to talk to somebody from it. And I don't know how to get to Larry K. Brown because he's not on Twitter.
Don't shoot until you see the white of their eyes.
Of their eyes? Whose eyes? That's the best. That movie, if you haven't seen it, go watch that goddamn movie. It's so funny.
It's wicked.
It's very Spinal Tap, but it's very funny.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think that's all we got for news. But we got to tell you what we're doing next week. And we're just going to say it. I'll edit it into the podcast because I don't have any of it handy. But next week, we are doing our Halloween episode. Yeah. We're going to release it on Halloween. So it's going to be on the Saturday instead of the Friday. Todd's doing that. And we've been doing the Halloween movies. So it only makes sense that we do the next one. We're out of Halloween 3. So we've jumped that shark is jumped. But I saw something where a guy jumped a shark and it was the best one. I'm spitting. I apologize.
Was that Happy Days that came from?
Yes.
Well, after he literally jumped a shark on his motorcycle or something?
No, on skis. Because you know how the Fonz also skis.
He's
and
always talking about skiing.
And it was like a green screen kind of thing where it's just him doing like this and then like looking, he's like, "Ay," and then he's like,
even like in the air, it shows him he's just like, "Ay."
So, but it's literally just shots of that, and then it would be like a shot, like a down shot of a shark swimming in a circle. You know how sharks stay in one spot so you can jump over them?
Yep.
So
he was waiting for him to fall in so he could eat his ass.
Anyways, maybe that's an education to somebody who doesn't know where that term came from.
Jump the shark.
But anyways, I digress. We are doing Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Jamie's uncle's the boogeyman. You're going to find out all about it. If you're listening to the podcast, here's the trailer.
10 years ago, on the night of October 31st, a small Midwestern town fell victim to an escaped killer. Under the cover of darkness, he carried out the most horrifying mass murder on record. 16 people in cold blood. Ever since that night, no one has forgotten his name. And Halloween has never been the same. Now, Michael Myers has come home. He has returned for one more night of unholy terror.
Michael! Somebody help me!
He's here to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in his way.
Oh, God!
Who's gonna be next?
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Maybe nobody knows how to stop him.
All right,
You
guys.
don't even need to watch the movie now. That was amazing.
All right, so that is what we're doing next week, guys, and I'm very
Donald
excited.
Pleasance again.
He's evil. You don't understand. Why did I do that? He stopped being a British doctor and started being like a gas line maintenance guy from Queens. You guys don't understand.
They like replace him mid-movie. Nobody noticed.
Michael Myers is evil. You get it. This is, again, scar tissue.
You should play Dr. Loomis in the next one.
I actually thought this is kind of one thing where they just misused just because they dropped the ball on the movies themselves. I thought that his name is escaping me now.
Donald Pleasance.
No, from the
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Stop. Every time I'm like, I'm trying to think of a name. I'm going to spit out every name so it's impossible for you to think.
Exactly.
No, from the Rob Zombie Halloween, the guy who played Loomis was in
It wasn't like
Clockwork Orange. He was in Clockwork Orange. Malcolm McDowell. He was a decent choice.
I think so too.
And I think because he's a good actor, he has that right kind of, he can say he's evil and you get it.
They should do in the newest one, whenever they're going to be like, I don't know if they're coming out with a third after Halloween Kills or whatever it's called. It should be Loomis that takes him down. Yeah. Like he's just unstoppable and all of a sudden Loomis, you know what I mean, grabs him and pulls him into the flames.
See, that's the one thing that's a bummer too, is because like that, they went into like this being like the sequel to whatever. So, and they killed Loomis. So there is no Loomis anymore.
Well, because in the new ones, they only did the first one.
Yes.
And then everything else didn't like happen.
Yeah.
Until way later. I think they should have went after the second one.
Well, they should have. I think they just wanted to erase her being the sister, because I don't think she's the sister anymore, right?
I think you're right.
So I think
I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right though.
But anyways, I miss that presence of a Loomis, but at the same time, I think they're like, no, Jamie Lee Curtis doesn't need anybody, because she's essentially, Jamie Lee Curtis is now fucking no, but she's Sarah Connor now, right? She's like a doomsday prepper of sorts and whatever.
I love that scene in the movie where they, you think they're hiding down in the basement where it's a trap.
Yeah.
They trap his ass.
And then they have, like tar with a nail sticking through it, and then an iron comes and hits him in the face. By the way, I haven't even shown you this yet.
The door handles heated up.
Yeah, I haven't shown you this yet, but make sure to go check out our Home Alone based t-shirt on TeePublic.com.
Sweet.
It's fantastic. I'm very proud of it. But yeah, that's available.
That's what they always say. Like, this is our best album ever. And then you're like, this album sucks.
I didn't say this was our best. I just said it's good.
Well, that's what they all say.
Okay.
It probably is, though. Believe them.
At least go check it out and decide for yourself.
I want to check it.
All right.
Too.
Next week, Halloween 4. This week, done with this episode. All right. Catch us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast, at JK Finley, at Miscast Todd. Find us at miscastcommentary.com. Make sure to go and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to this already, fucking do it. But if you haven't done so yet as well, go to our new RSS feed for Binge Watchers on the Wall and subscribe to that. That is up and running now as well. And you can find those on our YouTube page as well. Facebook, all the things. Just find us. Google us. This is the nice thing about, this is how I know we picked a good title for the show. When you Google Miscast Commentary, we're the only option for like pages and pages. It's just like, hey, Miscast Commentary, podcast stuff. Here's the website. Here's like Joe's LinkedIn. Here's like all this kind of shit, right? So all that good stuff.
I'm glad we went with that name and not the one I picked, which was Poo Poo Doo Doo Dink.
Well,
there would have been so many things that came up before ours.
Yeah, I know. Way too many. And which is weird because it's stuff that we produced before doing this.
Exactly. We're like, whoa, there's all that scat porn we did.
Yeah, we have. It's like poo poo doo doo, and then it goes whoop, dink. It fell into the shot. It wasn't supposed to be there, but Todd's hung.
That's right.
That's just my wingmanning for you to help you with the ladies right now.
Call me moose cock for nothing.
We do.
It's like a moose knuckle more than anything.
Mm-hmm. No,
that's what you call a camel toe in Canada, moose knuckle.
That's right. The education doesn't stop for this
right?
friggin' episode. All right, guys, we will see you next week.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.